Please be seated. So that is part of Liebestran composed by Franz Liszt. Now, I want you to think about how you felt and what you saw when I played through this piece. Did you feel dreamy? And did you think of love? Those were my feelings when I first listened to it, and that's what Liebestran means in German. I'm sure that you all listen to different styles of music. When you get into the car, what is the first thing you do? You turn on the music. When you get bored in your room and have no one to talk to, you turn on the music. We tend to think music expresses our feelings. I've seen people who are very upset walk into a practice room, play a piece of music, and end up feeling good about themselves. But is music all about our feelings? Many of you probably played an instrument at some point in your life, and I still do. I know I'm doing a chapel speech, but I have to be very honest with you. I hated playing this instrument. And please tell me that I'm not the only one who had these feelings, because when I first started learning the piano, I played like this. You don't feel anything, do you? But after a few years of learning, this is how I play. You probably felt the difference, or at least I hope you did. So I started thinking that maybe I could play the piece simply following my heart and it would turn out to be great. One time I pushed the piano keys very hard because that made me feel good. My piano teacher said to me, "You must have had a big fight with someone." She was probably joking, but she was right. So was it that obvious when I played? She told me that all she heard were my feelings. I guess I was partially right. Music is about feelings, but if you simply play the music and follow your feelings, sometimes it doesn't work out. Whether it's classical music, which I was talking about, jazz or pop music, in one way or another, they all have meanings which are built on genre, musical styles, and backgrounds. So how we play the music reveals what we feel and, more importantly, our interpretation. Simply speaking, music talks. Wait, what? Music talks? What do you mean? That is, please allow me to use this fancy phrase which I would like to pronounce: musical communication. I remember shortly after I went to my old school, I got a chance to play a piece in the concert. I was shy and new to most of my schoolmates, so I didn't tell anyone about my performance before the concert. The result is, and you probably knew it already, the piece itself went quite well, and I was trying to concentrate on my playing, both my feelings and interpretation. Afterwards, some of them came to me and started chatting with me as if I was a close friend to them. The interesting thing is that I've never talked to them before. Well, music does the talking for me. It has emotion and information. At that point, I realized that music is a powerful communicator. This makes me think about how we talk to each other. We present our emotions within the information. Imagine you and your friends are having a big fight. When you shout out and increase your voice, you probably have already made the problem worse, even though you still believe what you say is reasonable. At least what I find is that my friends simply won't listen to a single word I speak once I start sounding angry. Well, that usually makes me angrier, but that also makes me believe that proper expression is necessary in communication because it creates a balance between emotion and information. I'm very careful with expression when I play a piece of music. How do you express being quiet in music? Well, you can play like this. Energetic and strong. You notice differences because I used various techniques to play the notes and they end up sounding different. This reminds me of what my teacher said to me. Think about what sound you want to have before you play it. In fact, how I play has the ability to produce different sounds. That way, I can take control of the music. Through my music learning experience, I have become more aware of expression when speaking. For example, how do we deal with relationship problems? Screaming or repeating yourself to make your point clear? Probably we've all done that more often than we'd like to admit. When you are angry, you behave differently from how you act in the chapel. It's often hard to express yourself and make people understand what you mean. And it's common to have conflicts and arguments in relationships. Some people will focus more on what they say rather than how they say it, whereas others may place more emphasis on how something is said rather than what is being said. I'm like that too. But if you want to communicate better, you need to balance what you say and how you say it. Just think about your tone, pace, and even word choice. They all matter when communicating. So in brief, playing music isn't just about playing all the notes correctly. It's also about musical expression. It's similar to when you're talking. Speaking out words you want is not enough. To communicate, you should be aware of choice of words and your expression. So the next time you are talking, ask yourself, are you just saying words out loud, or are you actually communicating? Please rise and sing hymn 531.